I want to give a huge fuck you real quick. Hold on. I'm coming in strong. Hey, Nelnet, fuck you. Fuck you, Nelnet. And the email that says I now have to owe back my student loan starting next month.
Oh.
Y'all didn't make me pay for 2 years.
That segue was crazy.
I know. Well, you brought up school, and I'm just like, you know what? Now that I think about it, them motherfuckers hit my motherfucking email like, hey, so the payments are going to start back now. You got your money, bitch? We gave you 2 years off. We know the panorama happened and shit.
Okay.
But
they say we getting bitches back in the office now. We got to pay for this.
We want this money. We want this money. And I'm just like, who the fuck are you? If y'all lived 2 years without my payments, I really think y'all don't need them.
You don't.
I don't think they need my payments. I ain't even gonna hold you. And in that, I segue to congratulating. That's of Meg the Stallion.
We gonna real time applause for sis. Yes.
Y'all,
Hot girl graduate.
Yes.
I love
Hot girl university.
Her.
Yes.
I also feel like she's not gonna have to deal with Nelnet.
No.
But I'm confused as to, and I don't know if y'all may not have felt this, and we'll talk about if y'all went to college. But Meg done won Grammys this year. She done been on all the shows.
Yeah.
She is that girl, and I ain't gonna hold you. If you would have gave me a couple $100,000, I'm performing at the Grammys. Y'all not getting me back on Blackboard. Blackboard where?
Listen.
Fuck a Quizlet, fuck a Blackboard, fuck an assignment due. The way I already was just like, I'm not gonna lie, by my senior year, I was like, pop quiz. Bitch, if I fail, I'm a fail. Like my last year of college, I was just like, let me just get through this. Let me just pass.
Yeah, I think for her though, there was so much more significance attached to her mother and telling her mother she was gonna finish and making that promise to her before she passed. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go to college, I'm gonna get my degree, I'm gonna do this. And I feel like that was more, finishing that was more about like honoring her mother's memory than it was like really feeling like I need to have this degree. I think it was like,
and I remember watching her early on too, and I remember her being really about her education and saying like, you know, I want to rap, and you could tell she knew she was good because I guess, you know, her mom put that batter in her back because her mom was like a street legend or whatever. So it's great watching her graduate and hearing her then talking about how she wanted to open some shit up. So now it's like watching her just continue to be successful in music, and then also to see where she might expand in other arenas, because it's like, damn, this girl can do anything. And then she got Party with her. She could pay her own student loans, but it would just be so cute if he paid them for her, just to be like, hey, girl, I paid these off. I know you got it, but I just did.
I mean, he did gift her some cute shit, so that was
I
cute.
just really like them together.
Me too.
Like, I love watching their little, like the way that they exchange their love.
well, because they're both kind of quirky, right? Like, it's very good. Like, it's cute, goofy love. It's not like, it's not the typical Instagram relationship goals, bullshit. Yeah, like that you could tell they really enjoy each other.
They really have
do.
fun. Yeah.
I like
Congrats
that for them.
Yeah.
Congrats once again to Meg the Stallion.
She got an award too. She got a congressional award from her district. They got a hero award.
Work,
so that was kind of dope too.
I love that. I do also want to give. Hold on, let me say a fuck you to some of y'all in the YouTube comments real quick. Only because listen, and this is gonna get me in my pod space a little bit. So for those of y'all who don't know, Asante was on one of our Make It Make Sense segments on our Patreon, and so I was reading the YouTube comments, and a few people just hated that I constantly bring up corporate America, and that was not only a big part of my life, especially because I went through fucking college to make sure I got into corporate, which I absolutely did not enjoy and I hated. And I was like, whoa, this is what life is. But when y'all listen to these podcasts, I know a lot of you guys listen to podcasts where they're not really relatable. Like I listen to Brilliant Idiots. So Charlamagne and Andrew, I can't relate to being on TV or doing that. Even you guys, like, y'all are influenced. Well, you and I have more of a similar background.
Influencer.
A lot of podcasters are influencers now. I feel like, no.
I mean, yeah, I just don't own that title.
No.
I don't.
But there's also, there's.
I'm a terrible influencer.
Well, a lot of the podcasts now too are also celebrity hosted. Yeah. And so to me, when you sit here and can talk about partying with Jay-Z on a New Year's, I'll be honest with you, I didn't even have my own New Year's celebration till maybe I was like 26, 27 because I was a bartender. Right. So New Year's was always the biggest night for me for money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I loved
Right.
that.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I come on this pod and I corporatize things up and bring up that experience or relate it to that, it's because I do want some of our conversations to relate back to a lot of you guys listening.
I would like
And-
to piggyback on this. Fuck you,
Go ahead.
because for a couple reasons. But the main reason, number one, because you my friend, and if you going,
And
I'm going.
We fighting y'all.
If you
bitches
going, I'm
in the
going.
YouTube
Okay, she
That's
just
number one.
told y'all.
We fighting y'all.
Just told y'all she was fighting in the 40-40 now. She gonna jump in
You
them
know what I
comments.
mean?
No, I'm in my 30s now. I'm really trying not to fight in my 30s.
She
unless
ain't
it's
even
like,
taste the blood. She said,
No.
blood where, nigga?
that was so savage.
She said, "Why you lying, Jake
I was still in
Jake
fight
Gyllenhaal,
mode.
where?
I was still
What
in
you
fight
talking about?
mode.
I don't feel nothing on my face, Jake.
Like, sis, your eye is cracked. No, the fuck it's not. Say that shit again. Like,
Say that shit again in front of Chris Martin."
Right. No, I think that we as a generation have failed ourselves and failed the younger generation by not celebrating corporate success and not celebrating completing college, because our generation was really the generation that was encouraged and pretty much pushed out of college to be like, no, go into the workforce and be an entrepreneur now, but you just put yourself in college debt.
In debt,
Right.
yeah.
Because chances are you got a degree in a field that may not have even had jobs at the time.
Yeah.
Like, I know a lot of people that graduated college and moved home because most of the career paths that they wanted
There were no
to be in,
jobs.
there were no jobs.
Well,
It
and
was the
gonna say,
recession. I graduated in
that's
04.
exact-
So
and I graduated in 09, and that was right after the recession.
people graduated
Wow.
With no jobs.
my graduating class in
Yes.
college, even though I did not graduate college, dropped out after a year and a half. Even though like
Same.
that graduating class,
Oh, right, in the recession.
everyone
Yeah.
graduated in the year of the recession, so there were no jobs for anybody. So people just moved home and they were in massive college debt. So all those things considered, now we're looking at a bunch of people who are launching entrepreneur endeavors.
Yeah.
And they're not built. They don't have the business savvy. They don't have the infrastructure. They don't have the accounting and the business knowledge, business management wherewithal. They don't know how to do any of it.
You're,
all.
You're absolutely correct. And it's funny because we're at an age now where because I like that Meg continued her college experience,
Yeah,
her
right.
career.
100%.
Like, she kept chasing her career and going to school. Whereas
I
when
love that.
I was in college, I dropped out after a year and a half too. I was like, I guess I'll come back here one day, but I'm done for now.
Right.
And so now my adulthood, now that I have a clear sense of what I want to do and an understanding of what I need to do, what I'm going to do, I can go back to school or find a program that's going to work for me. Whereas before it was like coming out of high school, it was like, all right, you got to go to college next. So hurry up, figure out a
I'll be
college,
honest.
apply and go, as opposed to figuring out what I want to do.
Is I wish what the path was. So coming out of high school, I wanted to be a fucking psychologist. Now I know, bitch, I would have went into school. It would have took me fucking years to even make it back because I was going to be making $30,000. If you want to do psychology, you really need to go to med school and get like a master's degree in it, which is crazy. Now I only wanted to be a psychologist because I was like, I give my friends advice. I think I could give people advice for a living. That was all I knew.
And make a shit ton of money doing it.
Yeah, but coming out of college, coming out of high school, the idea that that's what I wanted, I ended up working a few years. I didn't go to college right out of high school.
Right.
And I didn't go back into college until I was 24, 25 and decided to go in for accounting and marketing.
Which again, even that drive and ambition to do that, to start and complete something at 24, 25. Think about
it's
who
hard.
you were at
It's
24,
hard.
25.
Right.
Like,
It's
there was
hard.
no way. We all had the attention span of goldfish at that point. We weren't completing shit.
I mean, it was
Okay.
it was
Like,
hard,
the dishes
but
would
I'm
be in
glad.
the dishwasher and not be done.
Oh,
They
girl,
would be
they-
dirty in the
wait.
dishwasher.
Oh, they're
Look,
at
right
31.
now.
That's okay. Oh dear.
Right now,
Oh,
I'm
right.
like, oh, bitch, might have to rerun that cycle. When
But I think there's something to be said.
It's been in there too long.
I think there's something to be said about the fact that it's been such a shift. Like we used to look at entrepreneurs and people that didn't go to college like, ooh, what are you gonna do? It's rebellious. It's
Right.
taboo. It's different. And now we look at people who want to go to college and complete a college curriculum and be like, oh, why would you do that? You don't have to do that. Which is stupid, because now you have a generation of people who have no knowledge of the value of a 401k, who have no knowledge of the value of Social Security or anything else, or retirement. No one has any retirement plans.
I think that's why it's so important to implement the message of figuring out what you want to do, but also not putting pressure on yourself to go immediately.
Right.
Because if people had breaks, but then we're like, as long as you know, if you're going to take a break for a year or two, and in that year or two, stack some money, but also figure out what you want to do next. And then if that was what I was told my plan should be at that time, I would have been like, all right, well, gonna skip this for a year or two, come back and do it, as opposed to jumping in with that pressure. I probably would have finished school and then went down a whole nother path, but going back to back to back and not really seeing what the end game was, because it was like pre-K, elementary school, middle school, high school, college, and you doing summer schools, and then you're supposed to be an adult right after that. When is there supposed to be a break? It's like we need some sort of break at that time, and these little summer breaks and all that, those are fine, you know, but we need like a long-term break to be able to put that information together and say, this is what I want to do next.
But also, by the way, a summer break is not a break.
It is.
When you go to college, it's literally the end of August. It's not even, you're going to, like if you leave to go to campus, you're leaving at the end of August to go, typically. So you're done in New York anyway. You're done in like June. And you really only have like a month and a half. You have like 6 months, weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not really a break.
I wanted to ask you then, have you now as an entrepreneur, and we're all in our 30s, I know that right now I'm completely clueless on investing, and that's what I'm looking into. But have you gotten your 401k? What has it been like even learning taxes as an adult? Because goddamn, they don't teach us none
You
of the
went
shit
to
we-
accounting school. You should have all the answers, Sway.
I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. I did, but 401k, like those things I wasn't really put on. When I was in corporate, it was like, well, we'll take this much out of your check and put towards when you're 80 or something, or 60.
Well, no, there was
like,
there was no emphasis on
there's
financial
no information
planning.
though.
Right.
Yeah,
no, none as a kid. You're like, Capital One is sending you credit cards in the mail at 7 the week before your 18th birthday. Like, go crazy, sis. And you're like,
The way Victoria's Secret ruined my credit early.
Ooh.
I'm like, why y'all gave me this card at 16?
Listen,
I thought I was cute in my little lacy bra, and the bitch never paid for it because I was like, it's on credit. I got it. I'm gonna pay it off later.
Thank
bitch,
God.
fuck me up.
Thank God I've always been curious about like random shit. So like when I was younger, I remember when I first discovered eBay, I was like, people auction shit they bid? Like, what the fuck is this? And then from there was like E-Trade. And that was like my introduction to like investing, but I didn't really have no money to invest. So on E-Trade, I'm like trying to put up like a couple dollars a month. And I'm like, I'm not gaining any interest. What the fuck even is this? Why am I doing this? And then I started working at like the Gap or something. And they're like, we have stock options. And I found out a way to connect it to my E-Trade. And I was like, oh, this is like a way to own part of the company. And I started to like become a little bit more knowledgeable then, not as much as I wish I would have. From there, it didn't spark my interest to go, oh, I need to become a trader. I wish it did, but I was living in the South. I had no like idea of that like lifestyle. I wish I did, because I probably would have become a crazy person on Wall Street. I know that's not healthy, but I mean, I like watching people just like tick and like be into something. And so those Wall Street people, when they be involved like that, like I like that, but I don't, not for all of what the fuck they're doing. I just like watching that process. Like I wish I could have that for like coding or machine learning and stuff like that, because all that's very, very important stuff.
I would say you brought up the South. I didn't think of accounting or finance or getting into that industry until I moved to New York. And so it sucks because
you was trying to be a JP Morgan and Chase girl.
You know what I mean? Well, actually, Big Four, and I was at Goldman Sachs. Let me toot my own horn. You know, investment banking. You know, bitch was at Goldman Sachs.
See?
But it was odd because me growing up in the South, everyone was like, okay, theme parks, hospitals, or a trade. So a lot of my friends got into cosmetology. That was really it. Those were the three things. You either worked at the outlets of the theme parks, at the hospitals, or you did hair. And so all of the other ideas of careers didn't even seem obtainable coming from the South. Like, we don't have a financial district in Orlando. Even moving to Miami, bitch, you a bartender or a bottle server, girl. Especially if you don't speak Spanish. Bitch, there was no jobs that's going to hire me not being bilingual in Miami. And so, like, just all of the jobs that I was introduced to didn't come until later on in my years. So I just wish that we weren't pressured so much to go to college, because a lot of us, especially in the South, aren't familiar with really where the real money lies.
Right.
Just because down south you do different shit.
I mean, I took a financial literacy online course,
and that shit's still hard to me. And
I realized like halfway through the course, I was like, I don't have the capacity, like the bandwidth for this. Like, and for some people do and some people don't. I'm a right brain person. I'm a creative person. So in my mind, it's like, as much there's no most you're gonna get from me with any sort of structure is like Tetris and Legos. Like
But see,
I'm inspired by the colors and the shapes and the, you know what I mean? It's kindergarten for me.
Not you look,
but
you
the
was inspired
by
your cardigan today. Because it's very much giving Tetris.
We got back to Lego, Tetris,
it's
the
Legos.
shapes.
We're very much giving Lisa
That's
Frank.
how I compartmentalize. Like, that's how I put together, like, what I, like, need to understand. I'm like, all right, let me put this understanding in this box and take this out whenever I need it. So, like, I'll try to learn different shit. Like, I'll try to learn, like, right now, you said taxes. First of all, taxes are a scam. It's all bullshit. I hate it all. But I want to learn.
About to come find you.
I do too.
Oh, not me. Not the way I've been paying back all my look.
Talk your
not
shit.
the spending sprees
Wow.
I've been on
Talk
for back
your
tax.
shit.
Look, I have been
Talk your
spending. I am almost at zero, and I can't wait to just be at plus.
I love
I'm just
this
saying.
for you.
A lot
I
of people, and you know, a lot of people wait for the government to come find them. I've been hitting the government up. I can be like,
you want your money?
Literally that. I'd be on the phone with the tax representative, like, yeah, how are you today? Yeah, and they just be laughing. But you know, I done made an account on your note on your account, sir. You have a great day. I'm gonna talk to you in a month, girl.
Okay,
Y'all gonna
God
get your
bless.
money.
Right.
Okay, because y'all not gonna be sending me notices telling me that I owe money. So like, I'm reading up on how to get my taxes down, like all the little secrets, get the S corp, and do all that extra bullshit. I have to figure out how to pay people next year. I'm trying to figure out how to do.
You said you was not gonna be Wesley Snipes or MC Hammer,
and
huh?
Okay, we not doing that. We breaking those generational curses.
Amen.
Okay, and one thing I don't like.
First off, not on the IRS being a generational curse.